Is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Man, I can't believe I gave this man players.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Ooh.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
We ran 0 plays.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
No, I'm saying niggas wouldn't listen. They be like last year I said, told everybody to use their stuff. And here come the playoffs. And then here come everybody trying to use their thing. That's over right now for the next league. What do you mean?
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert eluding the pressure
Let's get there.
Airing it out deep for
Let's get there.
Smith.
Let's get there. Let's go touchdown.
Complete.
They still got to took everything. We're going to touchdown.
In for a Charger touchdown. Traquan Smith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. KJ Hamler returning it. Decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
That was. I shouldn't have did.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
And not do what I practice. I can't freestyle like that. When only Bobo and Eaton could get put on that power forward. I should have just came up out of the
Charger drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
What's up with it, dude?
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
That ain't the guy he faced 2 times already.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
Let's get that.
Forced out to his left.
Let's get it.
And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
They'll run for the first time with Joshua Kelly, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Man,
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off. A pretty decent game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Play with it, oh.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard
feeling
line.
good.
Just about every coach we
Feeling
talk to
good.
says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
No. Where's the bag on the dirt? Oh, man.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. He'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Think so?
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Herbert off of play action. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense humming here in the early going.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Come on to
Hamler
the
now to return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Oh, man.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think of as relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Where is
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
I know he's feeling good, man. Let the kid do dirty work.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Man, these little 70s ain't getting it done, man.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Damn. I'm interested. You know we done played the game when you said you was going to do your defense.
Here's 2nd and 9.
We done played 11 times.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
After the run, now Herbert to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Running on first down, Eckler. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They toss it out right to Kelly. And he'll lose yardage advantage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
You should have told Eagle when you get there.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
Right.
Now he's flushed out right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Oh.
Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And this one is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, they're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
That's what I'm saying. No heart. No heart.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
No heart, man. Everybody else is there.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
I know what to call it. Number 2.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Didn't I beat your head in? Yeah, because my phone rung 10 times.
Slide for the PAT.
Man, look, man, do you got a knot on your head or not?
And it is now 21-0.
Because you ain't got to. Because you ain't played the game. I went in there and played, man. Who you play?
Team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Played, I shouldn't have played, though. I should have played.
Hamler now
I didn't know
return it.
Get that ball. Ooh.
A nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Man, that was crazy. When I had that motherfucking losing streak, it was because of that. Right when that sub messed up, I could not play.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
Oh, man.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Where that boy at?
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
I got this sorry team.
They're going to inside the 30.
These little 70 linemen.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
There.
Escaping.
Oh, Jack.
And he's brought down. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Herbert's throw there taken in by Smith.
Move,
Big
man.
gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
No. Unless you want a McGrady or something.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this to Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Yeah.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Oh, man.
Takes it
Let's
in
go.
for a Charger touchdown. Austin
Let's go, man.
as
You
the
got the
first
little
half
slot
is
team over
winding
here
down.
working.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's too late, man.
And that is
Good,
off the
man.
left
That's good.
right. It's no good.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
They play with going ready, man.
Hamler now to return it.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
I definitely was on.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Wayne wasn't really with them good batters.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively. It's second down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
I mean, if we get some deep people on, they crump.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to let this go.
And
back in the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We were trying to script the life. Just like Uncle Phil.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously,
there he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead down to 20. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Shoot was the problem. I didn't get to run no plays and stuff. Like, you know the feeling when you're on the sticks, man. I wasn't in control of both games. Like, I freaked out when the sub thing happened. And then the next game,
the Charger drive about to get going.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying,
he was already
let's get
ready
on with
for
this.
the playoff.
We got to go out there and get some more points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I do too.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
What's going on?
Here's Herbert.
Didn't I beat your ass?
Short throw to Disley.
Bruh.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And
didn't I beat you by 30?
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense.
All right.
Trying to contain tight ends in the passing
game
is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Yeah, out your pocket because you couldn't beat me. Because you couldn't beat me.
Here on 3rd down.
You couldn't beat me. You lost 2, man. You lost 2.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Man.
Oh.
Down by the Broncos, it's a sack. B.J. Hill able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, the MVP wasn't playing.
On is the punter, Cook,
MVP came back and scraped them pockets. Now the game I lost.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
No. Your description, because when we talk about run, we usually think about a passing play. Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time?
You put it what?
Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play action pass could very well be open.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. And that is incomplete here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Oh, man.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, we might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Get up and fight, Kyle.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, it's Kellen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
No, it did. It looks like it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Look at that.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Can we get some beams up?
Jones now on 1st down.
This one swung out to Williams.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd down now, it's Kellen, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week.
Like, he got a wide open touchdown.
Giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
I said,
trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause. To
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, no, I'm talking about this man.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I can't just adjust like that. Yeah, I just think it's going to mess with
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And now, as soon as dude is done, that's it.
From the gun, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating.
But
they
if
are
I could
struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
So
I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Like, I would have been able to do something with that lineup, but shit.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
2 minutes
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Jerome Baker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
And the defense coming through
We're
on
good. We
third
did
down.
enough,
A
man.
loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's Sam Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. On the return, Harris. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That tight end position, it just seems to
put some money on it then.
Every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point.
You'll be on the
they
boat.
Continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory. And that's an odd